Hi, welcome to Out and About with Tom and Sherry. This is more of an in video today. A friend of ours gave us a Traeger, and I've wanted one for a long time. I just couldn't put down the money. They're expensive. I had a vertical smoker that we used some, and we enjoyed that. But set it up, cook your food, and then clean it up and put it away. Where this just has a cover, you uncover it when you're ready to use it and plug it in, of course. But anyways, it's a pretty small Traeger, and I'd never used one before. I found a recipe to cook some ribs, and that's what we're going to talk about. Anyway, so if you haven't seen a Traeger, this is a Traeger smoker, and you put wood pellets in here, set your temperature here, and make copious quantities of delicious smoked food. So that's what we did. The first one we did, we cooked some pork ribs on it, and cooked them at 275 for 4 hours, and then you turn up the heat and wrap them in foil and cook them the rest of the way. So what I discovered was it uses a lot more pellets than I thought. It took this whole hopper full of pellets for 4 hours at 275, and then I had to put more in when I heated it, when I turned up the heat to 350 to finish the ribs off. And what I was expecting was, the most delicious ribs we've ever eaten with little or no effort on my part. And the little or no effort on my part was pretty good, but I can honestly say they were the worst smoked ribs I had ever eaten in my life. And quite possibly, it was in the top 5 of worst meals I've ever eaten. I can think of one meal that was worse. So anyways, we cooked the ribs, and we got some left over. You can have them if you want them. But we put Memphis rub on there, and then Memphis barbecue sauce, and we all sat down to eat our ribs very excited, and they were awful. They tasted like ham, and I like ham and I like ribs, but I think they should be separate foods. It's just my opinion. So we were eating the ribs, and Sherry commented, "These taste like ham ribs. Maybe they're ham ribs," because we're trying to figure out what went wrong. And I thought, well, it was too much sugar in the sauce and the rub. And Sherry thought, well, maybe they're ham ribs. And I'd never heard of ham ribs before. So maybe I'll let Sherry explain her ham rib logic. We kind of got some shadows on us.
Okay, so I guess we're continuing the discussion about the bad ribs.
And we apologize for the shadows. It's the way the little shade over our patio works. We're not in the penitentiary, in case you were wondering.
So anyway, so the ribs. Now, I don't think, to clarify, it's not the Traeger's fault.
No, it's not. I don't think it's the Traeger's fault. I think it was the rub and the sauce that I used.
And the meat, the ham ribs.
I don't know if it was the meat's fault, but Sherry thought they did. They tasted like ham, and Sherry thought they might be ham ribs. So I was like, what? What are ham ribs? I've never heard of ham ribs before.
So I don't know. I don't know if it would be no, it was not a senior moment. I mean, anyways, ham ribs. So what I said when he said, well, what are ham ribs? I said, well, pigs have ribs, so ham ribs.
They were pork ribs.
And I said, oh, yeah, pork ribs. But at the time, it really sounded like a real thing.
Yep.
That's what ham ribs are pig ribs.
Pork ribs.
Which are pork ribs.
And out of fairness, we'd never bought this particular brand of ribs before. They were
on sale.
They were on sale, and they were for deluxe ribs or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. We should have kept the package, see what they were.
I thought about it. They were not so good.
Yeah, but they were pretty greasy too. And ribs can be greasy, but these seemed more greasy than usual. So, so unfortunately, the first smoking. Now we have another smoker which is a little bigger. It's not a Traeger.
That's that vertical smoker.
Yeah, the vertical smoker. And Tom smoked a lot of stuff, so he certainly knows how to smoke stuff. But like I say, it wasn't the Treager's fault.
I've smoked some stuff.
That's another video, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe we don't want to go there.
Another video for another day.
Yeah. So I told Tom, I said, well, save them and maybe they'll taste better the next day. So he says, no, they didn't.
They did, and I ate one the next day. First time I ate them, I got an upset stomach. The next day, they might have tasted a tiny bit better, but I still got an upset stomach. I think we're gonna
Throw them away.
throw them away.
Yeah. So what's the next thing you're going to try and cook?
Think
Something you know how to, a meat that we've cooked before.
I think the next thing I will cook is try smoking is a tri-tip. I'm pretty good at smoking tri-tips.
Yeah, those are usually good.
And I think I'll use the rub that I usually rub instead of the rub in the container that I found in the cabinet. I'll make my own rub for my own recipe that I've used a lot. So
He smoked salmon. That's pretty good.
smoked salmon's
You
good.
can't eat a lot of that though. That's
It's pretty rich.
pretty rich. Yeah. But it's good on like Ritz crackers.
Yep.
With cream cheese. Or...
It's delicious. Get one of those big salmon fillets from Costco, the farm fillets, and make your rub with 1 part salt and 3 parts brown sugar. Mix it up, and you don't have to worry because the salmon counteracts all the bad effects from the salt and the sugar. Rub that on there, let it soak in overnight, and then smoke it till it doesn't take long, maybe an hour or two. And I don't like it smoked, where it's kind of starting to get dried out, but just kind of the more Lux style smoked salmon, and that's delicious.
All right, so I guess we'll have another video about your next Traeger smoking.
Yep.
All righty, well. So be careful of them ham ribs.
The shadows are really
I knew what
annoying.
I meant. I knew exactly what I meant when I said that.
I didn't. They did taste like ham, though. Maybe I'll send it to my sister. My sister likes ham even more than me.
All righty. We'll see you next time.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for watching.